guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another film review. Tonight we're looking at a British horror film, a sci-fi folk horror, would you believe it? And it's on the Tygon label, and it's Doomwatch. Now this is a 1978 or 79, this film I believe, not quite sure, but let's have a look at the release. So here is 88 Films' release of the Tygon film Doomwatch, a British horror film, released on their Tygon sort of label that they've been doing. This is a later 70s film, I believe, 1978. And a nice, wonderful slipcase. These are such good quality. You can see the material is fantastic. So it comes with the disc on Blu-ray. It has a reversible cover and it has a booklet. I also believe this is based upon a TV show, but Tygon made it into a movie with Ian Bannon and Judy Geeson. And that is the physical release of Doomwatch. So it's a really nice release from 88 Film. They've done some really good work on these Tygon films, but have they put any special features on it? So here we are, guys, at the main menu for Doomwatch, and the special features on here. There's an audio commentary with film critic Kim Newman once again. He seems to be on everything, and Sean Hogan. Audio commentary with director Peter Sasti. Introduction by director Peter Sasti. Saving Our Oceans, Jean Trent on Doomwatch. To the big screen, making Doomwatch. Original trailer, still gallery, and that is the special features. And your setup is, your audio options are mono, commentary, and the mono. So that is all the special features on Doomwatch. So Kim Newman once again makes an appearance. He seems to make it on every release. He seems to be on it somehow. He's a bit like me, I think, a bit of a horror fanatic. Let's get to the story. So yes, like I said, this is a sci-fi folk horror film about this little island off the coast of England. And there apparently years ago there was a tanker that sort of like sunk there, and all this sort of liquid gone into the sea. And there's this company called Doomwatch that go around looking at all these eco sort of like disasters and see how it's affecting the ecosystem. And our Dr. Shaw, played by Ian Bannon, goes to this island. And it's very much like Summer Isle when he first goes there. He's sort of like shunned upon by the local villagers. He meets a young lady there called Victoria, played by Judy Geeson. And she's the only one that's sort of like quite friendly to him. And he's been sent there by the other doctors at the Doomwatch, Dr. Quist by John Paul and Dr. Ridge by Simon Oates. And he's made his way there to the island. And like I said, when he gets there, nobody wants to know him. They all sort of like, they're not interested in him or anything like that. They just want him out. They like their own little life, their own little world. But there's something wrong there. There's cases of what's the word I'm looking for? Where a lot of the villagers have mutated. They have sort of like become uh, like mutated and aggressive, and some of the animals on the island are also mutated. We see dogs fighting and stuff like this. We see like this young, right at the beginning, we see a young girl has been buried into the ground, and Dr. Shaw finally finds her body when he goes around looking around the island, buried in the ground, but then the body disappears. And the police officer on the island is sort of like blasé to it all. And Dr. Shaw sends back to the mainland all these sort of things like seaweed, water, uh, sort of a fish, and all this sort of thing. And this is where they discover that there's something wrong. Um, and then there's a part around the back of the island that's been closed off by the Royal Navy, and they go deep sea swimming into the sea area and find these canisters in there that apparently contain this hormone that's been dumped there by a chemical company, and some of them have leaked into the water, and it's made all the fish mutate to this ginormous size. And obviously the local villagers are eating this, and it's given them this disease, but they still can't come to terms with it. A lot of them think it's just a part of their culture, a part of their way, and they want to be closed off from the world just so they can get on with it. But our doctor wants to help. So is he going to be able to help, or are they going to sort of chase him off the island? You need to watch it and find out. Let's talk about the characters. Now, our main lead, Dr. Shaw, played by Ian Bannon, is really, really cool. He plays the part really well. And so does the young Judy Geeson, who plays Victoria. She's really cool in the film. They're both really strong characters. In fact, all the characters are really important to the film as we go through. Even the sort of locals that may have a small part, they're really integral to the story. Let's go through some of the characters. We have Dr. Quest, played by John Paul. We have Dr. Ridge, played by Simon Oates. Dr. Frey Chanty, played by Jean Trent. We've got Bradley, played by Joby Blanchard. The Admiral from the Navy, played by George Sanders. Hartwell's played by Percy Herbert. Mrs. Stalker, one of the villagers, is played by Sheila Fraser, which I've seen in loads of films. St. Henry, played by George Jeffrey King. The Vicar, played by George O'Connor. And the brewer, played by Norman Bird. So that is some of the cast in the film, and it goes on and on and on. There's loads of cast members in the film, and like I said, I get a real folk horror vibe from it because it's all based on a little community. So this is where the folk horror is. Folk horror is that. Folk horror is horror that affects a local little community, and a lot of it to do with the earth and with all the sort of things around the earth, like the sea, the ground, the soil. All this is what folk horror is built of, and this is no different. Their land has been affected by this chemical reaction in the water, and they become this disease and sort of thing, and they're scared to let insiders to help them. Sorry guys, I'm fiddling around. Just forgive me for a minute. I can't stop fiddling. I just can't help it. But anyway, so and this is where the folk horror comes into it, and it's really cool. So let's get to the final verdict. If I can leave stuff about for a minute and just get to my final verdict. It's an amazing watch. It's a 9 out of 10. It's really, really cool. It would have been a 10 out of 10 if it was a bit more graphic. I mean, the makeup effects on the mutations are really, really cool. We don't get to really see them until nearer the end of the film. We see some slight people with the sort of bending of their sort of foreheads coming forward and their chins being sharpened. We see that, but we don't see the sort of mutated kind of ones till quite near the end. So it would have got a higher score if it was a bit more graphic and we saw a bit more of that. But it's wonderful. It's wonderful. It's such a fantastic film. I absolutely gripped to it from beginning to end. The characters were good, the story was good, it's fantastic. The pluses of this edition, it's the sound is really cool. Although it's mono, it's really cool. The picture quality is okay-ish. There is a lot of grain in the film, but it's of its age. This film has probably been sitting in a warehouse, in a vault, for years and years and years. And they just think, oh, there's a Tygon film. You know, there must be something like that. Doomwatch. Now, I believe that there was a TV series also called Doomwatch. I'm not quite sure, but I might have to look that up. And if it is, I might be interested in getting that because I love this so much. Doomwatch, 9 out of 10. Have you guys seen it? If you have, let me know down below what you think of it. You might not, it's quite an obscure little British film, and a lot of people in the horror would probably dive past this when they see the certification being a 12. But the serious matter of this film and the fact that it sort of crosses three horror genres. We've got eco horror, we've got sci-fi, and we've got folk horror. That's why I've described it as a sci-fi folk horror film, because it is, and it's amazing. Check it out, guys. And if you don't, check out some horror channels. Check out The Maniac. Check out Skin Crawler. Check out Sammy G's World of Cinema. Check out Grumpy Andrew's Horror House, Cat Watches Horror Movies, Horror Hands, all these amazing channels. And a massive shout out to my lad. Till next time, look after yourselves, look after one another, and I really hope I see you all soon.